Now this one over here, we have a plastic pulley over here, fan, which is held on with a snap ring that's in there. Let's see if the snap rings are already out. Yep, they're laying over here. Now this did not come off before, but I don't know if I need to yank this thing out of here or not. It's fun to do with one hand. Just trying to get away. Alright. See, it doesn't come off. Even though you pull the key off, it doesn't come. Clip off my key. Now, if I get down way down in there with a small screwdriver, I might be able to pull it off. Or push, not pull it, but push it off. So you got a nice, long, skinny screwdriver. Now, you want to break the plastic. When you break the plastic, I don't think you're going to be able to fix it. See, the whole armature moved. Looks like the blade is trying to come off. See, the snap ring groove is not hidden, so it has come off a little bit. So you have to go back and forth working this over. So it's time to get a bigger screwdriver. I don't think we're ready for the big one yet, but we're going to try it. Doesn't want to rotate very well. My guess is probably because it's not supported anywhere. It doesn't appear to want to come. Keys on this side, so it's going to be bound up on something to be down here. So the screwdriver is not quite small enough to get all the way down there. This one here is smaller. I'm pushing on the hub right now. It doesn't look like it's coming, but it's getting less and less there, so I know it's coming. It disappears there. Slowly coming. It really does not want to come off. It seems like it's stuck on there pretty good. So we're going to keep prying on it until we break it. Or until it comes off. Whichever is first. That helped. It's got a bunch of red stuff on there. It looks almost like rust, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't rust on that, but it looks like rust. Yeah. Looks like it rusted on. Feels like rust. Looks like rust. Maybe it's rust. Yeah. Okay, so now this side here, can come out a little bit. So you gotta come out equally. Light binding is what you're trying to do. See, this hammer's not quite the right one. Not enough force. Need a real hammer. Needs to hit on the bottom. Yep, that made a big difference. Look how far it came out. There we go. Okay. So, what is holding that in there? Got a circuit board in there, held in with 2 screws, that one there and one down there. And it's got some kind of a black thing there that adjusts this overrun mechanism. And the bearing's almost off. We have some room on that. Bearing's gonna come off the bearing here in a minute. Instead of pulling, you got more control of the hammer. When you pull on it, yank the whole thing. The light hammering, get off real easy. Okay, now if I pick up the armature and slide it out of the way, then I can see what is going on here. This thing to come off. Now you got access to see what's going on over here. It's kind of hanging by this, so I got to be careful. I don't want to have too much pressure over here. That's not really going to work. Stay put. Block of wood. Okay, so now we can see what is actually going on here. Okay, so it's got some kind of a spring thing here. Big wave washer. Whatever I'm sitting on there crushing. So I'm assuming these are, they got some kind of a metal finger on here. On this side. There's one on this side here, but it's tighter. This one's a little bit looser. Obviously it's a copper strip, it looks like, so it's made to hit. It's made to contact something. I don't know. Maybe it's picking up magnetism over there on the fuel coil. I don't know what they're doing. Here's your overrun switch. Assuming that goes, there it goes, that goes in and out. So right now your starting coils are on. So I know how many of these windings are in here for set aside for what, but at high RPM that goes like that and it shuts off the winding. And that way you don't burn up your motor. So is this not going in? I don't know. Bearing's in good condition. Yep. So I don't know exactly what is going on here. This all appears to be working correctly. Nothing looks like it's damaged in any way. I'm assuming that rotates with the shaft over here. I don't want to rotate that in the field. It's laying, everything's laying on top of everything else in there. So all of this stuff looks like it's working correctly, like I figured it probably was. The wires all look good. Nothing's burnt. No evidence of any issues. The only thing I see is this a little bit loose right here, but it's not exactly that loose. That's supposed to be loose, I'm sure. Alright, so once again you got a Zerk fitting here, goes in here, it's going to fill this up full of grease. Some of it will eventually work its way into there. This goes into here somehow like this. And all the excess is just going to come out the end of the hole and go all over that fan and make a big ass mess. That's what's going to happen. These bearings they're not sealed, they're shielded, but that means the grease isn't really going to get in there very easily, if at all. It's pretty much for show, I think. I'll probably go ahead and put a little bit in there just to make a big mess, but I don't know if it actually will ever get into the bearing. I have my doubts. Now, it looks like that's all. It's a big piece of metal that's pushing that case there. Big copper plate. So I don't know what, something's loose here. Yeah, it looks pretty good in here though. Okay, I gotta pull this off and see what's going on with that. And we'll go from there. Alright, I'll be back.